Hey there, students. This is Mr. Sharp here for the start of Unit 2 in this series for Technology, Engineering, and Design. Today's topic is going to be fairly short, but also very, very controversial, the way you interpret it. So, in class, you might have noticed that we've given out an assignment that's related to the Chernobyl disaster. So, for those of you who don't know your history or were never born in the 80s, let me go ahead and break it down for you really quickly. So, one morning in 1984, back in the Soviet Union in a port in the region called Ukraine, there was a nuclear power plant called Chernobyl. So the way this power plant creates energy is by turning and churning using water to turn into steam using nuclear energy. These uranium fuel rods create heat, which generates the water to turn into steam, driving massive turbines to turn, creating electrical energy that's generated throughout most of the Ukrainian area. So, what was significant about this event? Well, one evening in 1984, there was a test that was conducted, but it was conducted very poorly amongst the supervisors, which caused a meltdown of the uranium fuel rods, causing the workers to try to shut it down really quickly, which is not a good thing for nuclear engineers to do. So when this shutdown happened, instead of the power going down, it spiked so massively that the plant could not contain the energy, causing a massive explosion. So this massive explosion not only caused a huge fire in the plant, it also released tons and tons of nuclear debris into the atmosphere that spread most throughout Europe. So from this disaster, we can use this as an example of today's topic, which is technological impact. So we know that the technologies that we make as humans benefit our lives. That's all part of this unit 2, but it also has some devastating impacts as well. Whether it be positive or negative, we can see that as we progress in technological evolution, we're going to be impacted by those decisions that we make. So for this unit, we're going to be able to look into 5 different areas of technological impact. One of these is going to be economic. So even though we may see technological inventions and innovations can be very profitable for us, sometimes the newest innovation can be very unprofitable for other people, as in taking business away from one company and putting it towards another. So we can see it has an impact on both levels. The next impact is going to be environmental. Obviously, as we progress in technology, the environment is going to be impacted every step of the way, whether that be continuing to build new homes and neighboring communities for people. Those lands are going to be taken up and be used for construction development. This is going to impact both the wildlife, animals, plants, species, all are in that area. The next area is going to be cultural. How does a new invention or innovation impact our culture? Well, we've seen that with the surge of digital devices, our culture has gone very into a non-face-to-face culture. Instead of going to the bank so that we can deposit or withdraw money, you can do it on your phone, or you can do it through an ATM machine. So this is an impact of cultural impact. Another aspect that kind of ties into this is social impact. How does that impact people on the behavioral and social level? Does your technology force you to become somebody who's more entwined to be distant from your family or your friends? So this can be something that you may have to think about. And then the last one, for the 5th one, is going to be political. How does the technological innovation impact us on a political level? If your leaders, the president, all the way down to your congressmen, are using Twitter now to answer questions from polling stations or from political debates. These are all going to be examples of those 5 areas of technological impact. And then the last thing we have to discuss is, as we innovate as engineers, we have to identify 2 things when we're thinking about technological impact. What is going to be the intended effect of our new design? Is it going to have a positive effect? Is it going to have a negative effect? Things that we can foresee are what we call intended effects. And then the next thing is what we can't see. What can we not identify as an effect? Obviously, for the nuclear power plant in Chernobyl, the intended effect would have been, obviously, we can mass produce energy, electrical energy, faster using nuclear power to power these steam engines. And another thing is if there's leaks, obviously there's going to be radioactive contamination in small areas. What they didn't anticipate, the unintended effect, is the spike of energy that would happen when you try to shut down the process altogether too quickly, causing a massive explosion and a release of nuclear waste throughout the debris and the atmosphere all throughout Europe. That is an unintended effect, something we can't foresee. So from this video, what we're going to get, the 5 areas of technological impact, and as an engineer or designer, what you can identify, try to identify what your intended effect of your design will be, and try to foresee what will be those unintended effects of your designs. In the next video, we're going to discuss the final portion of Unit 2, which is the history of technological development throughout all of human history. Don't worry, it won't be so much as a history class, much as a technology class. Hope to see you guys then. Thank you.